I have a question from Michael, and Michael's situation is he has been friends with this woman for about 4 years, and you know, recently they've gotten closer, and he's realized he's interested in her more than a friend. Now the problem is she is has started to see someone else or started to develop feelings for someone else. So now she's uncertain which way to go, because I think from Michael's perspective, there is clearly attraction, chemistry between the two of them. They get along really well, and she's clearly into him, but because there's this other person, this other conflict, she's resisting very hard. She wants to stay friends with Michael. Now, I see this situation happen a lot. It's very common that when you're friends with a woman for a long time, it's common for her to become, and for a guy too, to, become comfortable with that. Just be friends. You might flirt and tease each other and maybe border on that, that attraction sort of stage. But you're doing that because you know your boundaries, or at least you think you know the boundaries, and at the end of the day you're still going to be just friends. So it's cool to cross over a little bit. Sometimes the problem with that obviously is usually someone always wants a bit more, and if it's you and your woman is just unsure because they're uncomfortable with the idea of like change, if they're just comfortable with being friends, they don't want to be more, then here's something you need to understand about women. Okay, women operate a lot of times, like, we make our decisions a lot of times based on our feelings about something, how we feel, and due to social pressure. So if she feels that by her crossing that line, becoming more than friends with you, she's going to disrupt some sort of social order, or create some sort of conflict between her family, her friends, this new guy maybe she may be interested in, whatever it is, she's going to resist it, because a lot of women need to feel like they're maintaining a certain image. Like, in society, they have to maintain this image, a social image about themselves. So, a lot of times, if they feel like this move is going to jeopardize that image or make them look bad in any way, then they'll most likely not go with it. Even if you might be the better choice, or you might feel like this is perfect, why wouldn't she give this a go? If there's resistance and she feels like, okay, going this way may make her look bad in front of other people. Okay, this is a huge thing. And the other thing is feeling guilty. And this is something you can't see really, but if you sense your woman's feeling guilty about anything, that's where her weird behavior comes out. When a woman feels guilty about something, I find a lot of women, like from personal experience and from observing other women, we have a hard time dealing with guilt because we just don't know how to deal with it. Some women will become quite bitchy, quite rude. They will turn very cold very quickly, like a tap basically. They'll be friendly with you 1 minute, cold the next. It's all because of guilt. They don't know how to handle it. They may feel guilty about something that they said to you, did to you, or whatever. But because they don't know how to deal with that guilt, then they turn cold and icy, So it's something to watch out for. Okay, if you feel like her behavior doesn't make that much sense, then it could be that. It's something internal that she's feeling, this conflict. It could be social pressures or her feeling guilty or whatever that's making her act kind of out of the ordinary. So that's something to watch out for. Now the best thing to do in this case is, first of all, because women, knowing this, women operate from feelings, okay, and feeling like everything needs to be right, like the stars need to line up and everything before she makes the decision, a choice that makes the most sense to her, feels the most right. You need to tell her straight away, this is how I feel, I'm into you, and I know you feel this way too. You have to believe in the connection you have with her and say, I know you feel it. I know there's attraction between us. I know we get along really well because of this and that. And I don't think you should deny it over feeling guilty or feeling like you're going to ruin our friendship. Because honestly, I don't really get why women say they don't want to ruin the friendship, because often I see, if you're going to confess that you want to be more than friends with her, she's likely going to pull away and not talk to you as much anyway, which really kills the friendship anyway. So if you just let her know, like, your behavior, you're going to pull away and we're not going to be friends like before anyway, then there's no, if the relationship isn't ever going to go back to being the friends like we used to be, then why not give this a go? Especially if it all feels right, okay? So this gives her something to think about, because like I said, women operate on feelings. So once you present to her that she needs to work out her feelings, like, is she going to choose you or is she going to choose someone else, and kind of not have the option of going back to friends, because really your friendship is not really going to be the same after this anyway, then she needs to make that choice, and then it'll come down to how she feels. Now at this point, you need to leave it up to her, okay? If you've presented yourself and you were honest and you were saying, I'm confident that, we have something good, then, and if she doesn't choose you, then you need to be okay with that, because at the end of the day, it's still up to her, who she wants to be with, which feeling is stronger. Because if she doesn't feel that chemistry with you for whatever reason, then it won't matter what you do, okay? If she just doesn't feel it, then she's never going to feel quite as strongly about you as you do about her. And you certainly wouldn't want to waste your time trying to get someone or be in a relationship with someone who just isn't that into you, okay? So as long as you accept that and make her realize then that, if that feeling with you is strong, and remind her of just that feeling between the two of you, then, she might choose you, she might not, it's up to her. So that's what I would advise to Michael and any other guys out there who are in similar situations where their woman is uncertain, or trying really hard to stay just friends, even though there's definitely something there. She's definitely into you, but there's other social pressures or whatever that is holding her back. So that's it for this week. If you have any other questions, please click on the link below, my Facebook page, and check out my blog as well, my new blog, lovedelusions.com. I'll talk to you soon.